Let's talk about growing, not just plants, but skills, patience, and resilience. You're listening to Learn as You Grow, where we explore real gardening lessons that you can use right now. If you think gardening is just about planting seeds and waiting for your harvest, you're looking at it all wrong. Gardening isn't just a task, it's a relationship. And when we start treating it like one, everything changes. Today on Learn as You Grow, we're breaking down how shifting your mindset can transform the way you grow and how much you enjoy it. We rush to grow the biggest tomato or the perfect raised bed photo. How many of us post pictures of our gardens or share the best instead of sharing the worst? Or sharing the times when you're burnt out or when you feel defeated that maybe weeds are winning. I think you're looking at weeds wrong if you're feeling that way. And that's a whole nother conversation that we can get into. We treat plants like projects, not partners. You know how in a relationship you have to be able to listen and then you have to be able to communicate. Like both of those things are important. Gardening has those features, just like a relationship does. The plants, what types of weeds you have, what the leaves are doing, the shape of them, the color of them. What is the fruit doing as it produces? What does the soil look like, smell like, feel like? That is telling us stuff in their language. We need to listen to it. And then we need to communicate together. We are the gardener. It is our job. Oh, you need water? Great. I will give you water. Oh, you need some extra nitrogen? Here's some fish emulsion with your water. They receive it. They get deeper green. Their leaves are praying up to the sun instead of being curled and annoyed, right? We look at bug damage. We then identify what eggs are here. What kind of damage is it? Did we actually find the bug? What can we do to deter that bug? Or what can we do to bring in a predator? We need our pollinators, we need our predators. That's a whole show in itself to talk about. When things don't go our way, we think we failed. But instead, I want you to say, we learned. This is an opportunity. We're going to figure this out. Gardening is full of problem solving, and that's why I love it for our brains. Even on YouTube, it's easy to think you need to do it all perfectly, but real gardening happens in the quiet moments, not the highlight reel. You're seeing these people's gardens, you're seeing blips, you're seeing maybe an hour versus the hours that it takes to take care of it. Or what did they do before they turned that video camera on, their phone on? Did they prep the space? Did they change their outfit? Are we really being real with people? The soil tells you what it needs if you're willing to listen. Is it drying out and looking cracked? You need mulch. You can use dry grass clippings. You can use leaves. You can chop and drop. There's all sorts of options. If you're willing to have that relationship, listen and communicate. Observation. It's one of the most powerful gardening tools we have. Do you sit with your garden? Do you have a bench where you can just sit and look at your garden? How many of you have set up automatic watering? Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I think it's taking away that moment. If you're hand watering, you can look at the plants as you go through your beds, your containers, your rows, however you grow. When we just have it set to do that, then we need to set up a time to walk through our garden because that's when you're going to notice things. Oh, this is bolting, this is going to flower. Oh, this is flowering. I'm going to get, fruit soon. Or hey, wow, look, this area is really getting dry. I need to get some water here. Or oh, I caught this pest before it became a huge situation. Or, oh, look, this is going to be ready to harvest tomorrow. I'm now recreating my meal plan in my kitchen or my preserving method schedule of receiving this great gift that I've grown, right? When you slow down and start noticing the insects, the soil texture, how water moves, how does the sun move and the water move on your property? throughout your garden space is huge to note. You start gardening with that intuition. Regenerative gardening isn't about doing more, it's about growing smarter, being resourceful, right? So when you understand how nature already wants to heal, you spend less money and effort trying to control it. So nature's going to give you things to keep it covered and to keep it fed. Nature gives you all of these tools. We just have to use them. Are you making a fermented plant juice? Are you feeding your worms so they leave their worm castings near your plants? Are you having healthy soil, diversifying your plantings? So instead of monocropping and having a bunch of one family of crops together, a little bit here, a little bit there, you're mixing plant families together. Roots in the ground makes for happy soil, right? Keeping things covered keeps water from evaporating, keeps the ground cool. Patience always pays you back. Now, I am not patient in all the categories of my life. I tell you what. Maybe you don't need a bigger garden. Have you ever felt that way? Like, oh, if I just had more space. Maybe you just need a new way of seeing it. Gardening is less about control, it's more about that connection between you and the garden, the birds, the bees, the butterflies, the colors, the sounds, the smells. If this episode got you thinking differently about your garden, come see it in action over on YouTube at Shawneegrows. Check out the merch store to support the show. Link is in the description. We have garden flags, stickers, magnets, hats, t-shirts, sweaters, and puzzles. Puzzles for kids, jigsaw puzzles. If you'd like to sponsor or collaborate with the show, email shawneegrows@gmail.com. And remember to grow every day in every way.